Ready to take your fitness and wellness journey to the next level? Look no further than NutriShop, your ultimate destination for all things health and nutrition. Whether you're looking to build muscle, lose weight, or just live a healthier lifestyle, NutriShop has everything you need to reach your goals. With a wide range of premium supplements, vitamins, and sports nutrition products, NutriShop provides the fuel your body needs to perform at its best. Plus, our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to offer expert advice and personalized recommendations to help you achieve your fitness goals faster. Visit your local NutriShop today and discover the difference premium supplements can make in your life. NutriShop, where your health and wellness are our top priorities. Live better, feel better, NutriShop, the official supplement store partner of Nashville Fit Magazine.
You ready?
Yeah, we're good.
How we doing, everybody? Welcome to the Nashville Fitness Magazine podcast. We are here in the Game Day Men's Health Studio. As you can see, I am neither Jarrell nor Savannah. If you look around the room, you will not see either of them. They are both absent. And so I came in clutch, as I normally do, for Mr. Terry here. So we're going to head this thing up today. We are brought to you by Defiance Fuel. Get yourself hydrated with these old water? Bottles, this wet water. Yep. The best kind of water. Today's guest is normally on the other side of the camera, so I'm very excited to get to talk to Mr. Trent today, and see what he's got to say about dealing with this crew from behind the table, things that he's seen over this time, and give us a little bit of insight. Terry, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. You killed that.
Yeah, that was
right
good.
on. All right, first draft. Let's go.
That was good. I feel like I'm never going to do it again. It's gonna be you.
I was holding my breath the whole time.
That was wonderful.
Just blacked out.
Well, thanks for being here. You did come in. You did come in clutch.
I try to when I'm not snowboarding.
When
Yeah,
you're
I
not
can
snowboarding. I do
my best.
I do like the picture that you sent me.
Yeah.
From the slopes. That was great. There was not a yes or a no, just a picture from the slopes.
I realized I didn't even respond to your follow-up
was no
message.
need. Yeah,
You're like, oh, got it, man. Have fun. I just never said anything.
It's understandable.
Like I said what I said with a picture.
Yes, well, we knew you were having fun.
Yeah.
So, I was assuming you weren't being life flighted off that hill. So, yeah, we are here with Trent Denson. Hi, Trent, buddy. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. It's great to be on this side of the side of the cams.
Well,
the
we'll
hot
see
seat.
how you feel about that. Just kidding.
You hit me with all the gotchas here.
Yeah,
so
right.
probably not.
Well, this is your idea in the sense of doing a crossover. You had me on your podcast and Jarrell, which was awesome. I really appreciated that.
Absolutely.
That was a good time. You get a killer studio down there in Murfreesboro.
Thank you.
And I'm like, man, a crossover would be a really good idea. We're going to have to hijack Trent.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put him on our podcast.
I was a little thrown off, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, well, fly by the seat of my pants.
That's
So.
Yes. been here for that. Been here for
Everybody
that.
knows this.
Yeah.
But that's a good way to be.
Yeah. Doesn't always bounce. The ball doesn't always bounce in my favor, but we're hitting it.
Yeah.
We're swinging the bat, right?
That's what it's about.
Swinging the bat.
Yeah.
I like that.
Was it you miss all the shots you don't take?
Yeah.
Right?
Michael Scott, right?
Yeah.
Well quoted. All the wisdom. Well, how you fellas doing? Right, we're in the middle of championship football.
Yeah.
We're also in a cold snap.
Go Commanders.
Go Commanders. That's hard to say. But I'm happy for you.
We don't have a dog in the race here, so we're pulling for you, Dale.
Yeah.
Let's go. We can take all the help we can get.
Man, the Philly game is gonna be crazy.
I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm nervous.
It's
But
in Philly, right?
yes,
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
if they get
gonna
weather
be-
like they did last week, that is gonna be an ugly game.
Right. Y'all beat them the last time we played, right?
Yeah, we're 1-1 over the
Okay,
season. This is our
wow.
third meeting this season. So,
Third.
well,
Yeah,
2 times in the regular
division.
season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anybody else annoyed by that other than me?
No, that means you have two really good teams. That
Yeah,
used
the
to be
NFC North had
that
3
used to be the
teams.
Panthers
Well,
and the Saints.
I don't like going in our division. Cincinnati Bengals fan. We got to play the Steelers twice, the Ravens twice, the Browns twice.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would just like to get out. See the world.
Oh, yeah.
Play other teams.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you.
It's pretty foundational.
Yeah, that's kind of. It is what it is. It is what it is.
But yeah,
Did you hear that,
We're
kids?
switching
I just got vetoed.
I mean, that's just kind of been like that for, I don't know, 50 years or something. No,
It's been a while.
yeah. I do like switching it up, though. We're switching everything else up.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
But yeah, pulling for y'all.
much
Been
appreciated.
fun. It's been fun to watch.
You better go all the way.
I'm hoping, man.
2 more
I'm
games?
hoping.
That's crazy.
I always joke they've never done it in my lifetime because the year they won the Super Bowl was about 2 weeks before I was born. So never seen this kind of success
Well,
from this
these
team.
teams won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
We only have 3 appearances over here. Yeah. We only have a couple of appearances on my end.
Hey, same.
Stupid 49ers. No,
Yeah, really. Same.
We found a common ground here.
Our nightmares are in red. 49er red.
That's really funny.
Oh man. Well, let's get into this with Trent a little
Yeah,
bit. Before we get into this, Trent.
Oh, I've never done this.
You never got to do this.
I've never done this.
So this
I've
is gonna
seen
be
this
great.
basket for years.
Literally years.
I've never got
We
to
gotta
take
break
one
the
out.
ice.
Wow.
with
Am
the-
I supposed to take a big one? Did you say take a big one?
I think you should.
Okay, because they're hilarious.
I think they're funny. But I think all of these are funny. And if you've watched any of these podcasts, you know that's a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
Basket of Debate is brought to you by NutriShop Nashville Franklin. Yeah, Kyle.
Thanks, NutriShop.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys for all of your support. Guys, go check out NutriShop. They've got the free in-body scans. They have free nutrition counseling. They will hook you up, and they're state of the art. All
got a bunch of places,
all the goodies are down there, and very, very helpful staff. So
Nice.
who wants to start us off?
Since this, I'm gonna go.
Do it.
This is,
I like it.
This is such a monumental moment in my life. I feel like I should just.
We should give him 2, to be honest with you.
This is big.
It's big.
Snow days, a delightful treat or a villainous plot to ruin productivity.
Well, I feel like this is all very dependent on where you're from.
Yeah, very much so. Definitely back in the day, it was a delightful treat. Nowadays, it feels more villainous,
Yeah.
And especially the snow we get around here, it's weird a lot of times. Not
The snow,
super fun.
The snow around here never really feels cancel worthy
Right.
Right.
unless it's a crap ton of snow.
I am pretty good at getting ineffective on a snow day regardless. It's a good time to reset.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little lounge in, stay warm, stay inside.
It is really hard for me to sit still in general,
Yeah, I know that about you.
and I want to. Trust me.
You
I know
want
it's-
to take a little breather.
I know it's good for me,
Yeah.
but I'm also from the Midwest.
Yeah.
And they make fun of, Nashville
3
for.
inches.
There's work to be done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's snow to be plowed.
The off mic talk.
Yeah. But
Terry's got PTSD from
it's from snow and plow. Snow and plow?
Snow and
Plow
that
plowing
bad?
snow
That's
in my 20s for
That
hours.
sounds crazy.
In
Literally
hours.
24, 48 straight.
Straight hours, yeah.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah. It was,
Yeah, I can see how that runs deep. It's probably really tough to.
well, yeah, you
turn the
go,
off
you get
switch.
you get the go home and grab some, grab some sleep. We'll see you back in 8. Right? Like after 48 hours of working,
That's insane.
because you have to go back and you run through and do cleanup, and it doesn't, it's not melting for another 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weeks.
You gotta go back and snowplow.
We get made around here. Honestly.
Yeah, at least we get it, and then it's like longest it's probably gonna last us
Yeah.
4 days.
We have a fun day of sledding, and then it's
Yeah,
and then it's
and
gone.
it's all over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am trying to get that South perspective. It'll probably be what I work on for the rest of my life. So,
You got plenty of time, hopefully.
so yeah, it's a mix of both. I let myself do a little bit of work, and I let myself chill. What about you?
Well, as we've discussed earlier in the day, I was homeschooled. So when I was growing up, a snow day was not a thing. It meant I had to finish my school and then go shovel the driveway. So, but I do love snow. I grew up in Maryland, so we got more than we do here. But I've really come to enjoy the annual snowstorm that Nashville has been providing. There's excitement around it. People are outside, snowball fights, taking pictures,
It almost
and
feels like its own holiday.
yeah, it's a
we
good
never
time.
know where it's going to land.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
window.
Yeah.
Yep.
It seems like
It's a window.
Yeah,
It's like a 3 or 4 week gap every year.
Yeah, it gives this like Christmas vibe. Like everybody's just kind of relaxed and
Yeah.
floating holiday.
Yeah,
That's what we'll call it.
I'm into
Floating
it.
holiday.
Yeah,
floating,
I'm
floating
into it.
holidays, snow day.
That's accurate.
All right, Dylan, you want to go?
All right, let's see what we got here. Ugly Christmas sweaters, iconic festive fashion, or a cold weather crime against style. I like your wordplay on these, Terry. I gotta say,
Hilarious.
deliberate whether these gaudy garments spread joy or just offend the eyes.
Gaudy garments. Let's go.
I personally love how, I guess, like big the Christmas sweater thing has gotten. Like it's movie quotes, it's Mike Tyson, it's whatever it is. I'm into it. I like seeing what people, how offensive people are willing to be in a public setting with their shirt. It's always a good time. Like, ooh, all right.
They are getting more and more borderline because you're only wearing them to a party.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you can't wear it again, probably.
No.
It's kind of those one and dones.
No.
I'm same boat. I actually really I love a good ugly sweater party.
Mm-hmm.
It's good times. And you never know, to your point, you never know what you're going to get.
You never know.
There's always that one that's like really trying to take it there. And I'm here for
Is that the line? Is that the line?
Is that the line? The new line has been established.
We've officially raised the bar.
What I think is crazy is the Christmas sweater, the ugly Christmas sweater idea used to be we just went to our mom's closet.
Right. Just got something.
And we pulled out something from there.
It was ugly as heck.
Until mom said, why do you have my sweater? I mean, I'm flattered.
Yeah.
But why do you have my sweater? Oh, I'm going to ugly Christmas party sweater. And the tear dream just down the face. Yeah. So the industry was like, we should probably adjust.
We got to capitalize on this. Yeah.
We should probably make new ones.
And they have. Boy, they have.
Boy, they have done it. Okay, here's mine. In or out? Are you into the idea of setting a New Year's resolution or no? It's not funny, but it's introspective.
We just had a serious note.
I know. We dropped it down a notch. A good prequel for Trent's hot take interview.
Man.
All serious from here on out.
Yeah, just lock it.
I mean, I'm definitely a fan of goal setting, and if a specific day helps you do that, then I think it's great. I think for me, the downside of it is because you create so much around it. I think there's that all or nothing mentality. Like, oh, it's January 6th and I had a cookie. It's screwed.
So,
Right.
It's like, no, we can get back on the wagon. We can do this. But I think if having a day that a lot of other people are also starting on, it can help you with your accountability and help you with your goals. Is it necessary to wait till January 1st? Absolutely not.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, I mean, should we just say ditto?
Yep. Ditto. No, I think it's good to. I think New Year's. I love New Year's, and I think it's good to just like kind of reset, reevaluate that type of stuff. But I think what you said super spot on. Like it's not the end all be all, and if you do fall off, get back on track, all that. So, but I do. I've always loved New Year's. It's one of my favorite holidays. The ball dropping and everybody getting together and just the reset of it all and fresh start, so to speak, New Year. I'm always a big fan of that. So
yeah, it's true. When you think about the difference between Christmas and New Year's, like Christmas is certainly family, a little more intimate, sometimes about the same amount of loudness if you have a little bunch of kids running around.
Same amount of alcohol
like
sometimes too.
I mean, certainly for me as a bourbon lover. But New Year's is like hang out with your friends, maybe put on a blazer and drink some champagne and do something you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah.
right.
But I'm here for it. I like to set goals, like because I use that as the guardrails to being someone who likes to paint a picture, a vision for the future.
Sure.
I do dream big. Always thinking about what's possible, what's not possible. So I need a measuring stick.
Nothing is impossible.
Yeah, and that was
KG.
20 to 30s right there. Nothing is impossible. Now I kind of rein it back in a little bit. Measurable goals, setting measurable goals.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you on it. I think the key takeaway there is set the goals and don't let anything, even a cheat, knock you off your goals.
Just backslide.
Right.
It's always been hard for me because my birthday's in February. So it's like, I'll just start again on my birthday. And that's my new year. So
I used to tell my clients,
get that second chance.
with your goal setting at New Year's, think about it like this. If you fall or if you fail, fall in a push-up. Push yourself back up.
Hey,
I like it.
good.
I like it.
That's really
It's a lot of
Get
push-ups.
stronger.
push-ups. I'm pushing up quite a bit.
All the push-ups.
All the push-ups.
Trent,
Yeah, man.
let's go way back.
Oh boy.
Let's go deep.
Okay.
So off camera, Dylan and I talked about our common ground of which we have a lot in common, drummers, both not from here, from colder states, both homeschooled. So where'd you go to school?
So
We're sitting with a bunch of homeschoolers. We already have envy.
yeah, right. No, it's not a super cool place, but actually I take that back. I love mine. It's I was born in Memphis, grew up in Asheville, North Carolina. We moved there when I was like 3.5, 4. So Asheville's always been home. Asheville is in a county called Buncombe County. So I always get made fun of when I say that around here. People are like, Buncombe?
Where are you from, boy?
Yeah, it's like that too. It's pretty country, in the mountains, obviously. And so I went to North Buncombe, Weaverville Primary Elementary, and then into the North Buncombe system, and loved it. Had an amazing group of friends that I'm still pretty close with. I think that's just a huge blessing.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of a little embarrassing, but kind of funny. My mom had some old VHS tapes converted to digital. Found some, 4th and 5th grade basketball videos from some of my guys. Shot them a Google link. They're like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome!" Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Of course, one of my buddies is like, "Man, you're a foot taller than play big." I'm like, "Shane, you're like 8 years old." It was really funny. He's like ESPN analyst over there. "You're a foot taller, play big, dunk on those kids." And he's playing small. It was funny. But yeah, great childhood. Awesome family. My parents are still together. Only child, one of those, so gift and a curse in that world. Super grateful for a lot of it, and it definitely comes with its challenges as well. But grateful for it all. My parents have done so much for me over the years. Super grateful for them. Really blessed. I've had an amazing support system, amazing family. It's the three of us still. They're in Murfreesboro too now, so. Get to see them quite a bit. We spend time, and grateful for that. Get to pick off with my pops here and there. He's still out there giving it his best. We'll go out there and have a good time. So yeah, really blessed upbringing. Went to school at NC State. Shouts to Wolfpack.
Let's go.
Big ACC guy in this world of the SEC over here, so that's kind of tough sometimes as well. But yeah. Came to Nashville in 2010, kind of bounced back and forth, Nashville to Asheville. Asheville will always be home. I love that place. It's one of the coolest places in the world. Amazing place to grow up. But kind of found my roots, so to speak, out in the borough of all places.
Sure.
Moved to the borough in 2015. The plan was, at least it was close to Nashville. I was planning on moving back to Nashville. Never happened. Don't ever see it happening. I really like it out there. Got a great group of people. Done the networking scene crazy. Just been grinding, man. All kinds of sales, hospitality, real estate, just trying to find my way. And as you know, podcasting kind of has become a lifeblood for me. Started the STP pod, the Spread the Positive podcast, in January 2018. Had no clue what I was doing. I had a MacBook and a USB mic going around. Hey, what do you think? Hey.
Yeah.
We got to start somewhere. Fell in love with it. I made the commitment to get one a week out for a calendar year, see what it turned into. And now we've launched over 60 shows. And
now you're deep.
Yeah. I kind of became the podcast guy out in Murfreesboro, and it's kind of expanded into Middle Tennessee and beyond. And yeah, man, we push record. That's about it. It's been a wild ride, but I feel like I'm talking a lot.
No, I love it. I realized that I've known you for a while, and I've never really gotten the chance to talk about upbringing, talk about where you're from. We're usually just knocking stuff out.
Yeah.
And that is the fast-paced world that we kind of live in.
I feel like we had some heart-to-hearts up in Gatlinburg.
Oh yeah, Gatlinburg was real.
We got deep in Gatlinburg. That was cool.
We had a great dinner.
Yep.
And then it feels like almost like a bro date.
Yeah. A little pool time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple drinks.
Yeah, maybe.
Broing out.
That's where the walls are broken down.
That's where the walls are broken
It
down.
really is.
You mentioned being an only child. Are you an only child?
No.
No. I come from a family of 4. I have 3 sisters and then me. What you said, gift and a curse.
Yeah.
I assume the gift part is literally the gifts. You get amazing gifts.
Yeah.
For your birthday and for
There's
Christmas.
nothing
The
else
curse,
to worry
helicopter parents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like there's nothing else to worry about, I guess, is the gift, and it's also the curse because there's nothing else.
Nobody to blame.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, but yeah, it's me and my mom still have talks about that to this day. She's like, they're thinking about adopting back in the day, didn't, and some other stuff that's kind of deep if you get into it. But yeah, my parents are incredible. They've, as much as I give my mom crap for being, I mean, I'll just say it, pretty much obsessed. It's the only time she got pregnant, kind of a miracle baby, blah, blah, blah. You know how tiny she is. She's tiny. So it was kind of, anyway, we can get off this subject anytime, but yeah, I really am her whole life. And that's something that it's just tough at times, but it is a huge blessing overall.
Sure.
Yeah.
Your mom's great. And it always feels a little bit different when it's your mom.
Sure.
Singing your praises.
Oh,
But seeing her so proud of you, is heartwarming for me, and I'm sure it feels different to you. But Mom, I need my space.
sure.
Mom, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
But no, your mom's.
No,
your mom's
she's a
pretty
huge
great.
fan of yours too, man. She's been blowing me up since the pod went out. She's like, "That Terry, oh my god!" I'm like, "I know, that's my guy."
Well, Trent made me famous. So
Love
that's
it.
his fault.
It's good stuff.
So college. Tell me about college. Did you go to college? What were your plans?
Oh man,
Because we know podcasting came a little later.
it did.
So
Yeah,
were you in college for marine biology?
Yeah, pretty much. No, I was honestly, I was big, and golf was all I did in high school. So that was kind of the plan. I was planning on doing the PGM route, the professional golf management, be the guy at the golf course, teach here and there. Still actually do that now, which is pretty cool. Kind of finally took that leap, and no official credentials, but a student of the game. I've taken a million lessons myself. I know how it should work. So I've always just been able to just, hey, if you do a couple of things right there, and people that I'm playing with in real time just start piping it, and it's a really good feeling. But anyway, that was kind of the initial goal. I had to mix up with some paperwork going into college, and I was kind of burnt out on golf too, to be honest. It was literally, you talk about, again, very blessed. Like, golf was my job through high school, which is wild.
Just crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, like, I mean, every day, every weekend, like, how long were you at the range? How much did you play? I mean, again, very blessed, very grateful for that. But the golf route kind of didn't, long story short, that didn't happen. I did first year college and just went into, it was the Parks, Rec, and Tourism program management. Got a degree. Full disclosure, looking back on college, it's one of my biggest regrets. Like, I didn't. A lot of my friends like really, dug into internships and like really did things the right way. Hit up job fairs, and I was just kind of a wild boy, just having fun, doing whatever. And it's one of my biggest regrets, honestly. But like I said, I came out of school. I graduated in December of 2009. So pretty opportune time to be in the job market. I feel
I remember 2009.
Yeah, the world had kind of crashed and burned. So I was just working any job I could find. I sold cars in Cool Springs for a long time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Toyota Cool Springs, man. Big fan of those people still. Learned a lot. Honestly, made good money. I was pretty good at it. It's not super hard to just kind of be honest.
This is like this is a quiet skill of Trent. He can tell you a little bit about a Corolla.
Yeah, I mean, man, let me get a Tundra customer, man. That was my favorite. Those are automatic. Man, I got this. I love Toyota to this day. Still drive a Toyota, but definitely drank the Kool-Aid, and I learned a lot. Learned a lot of what I didn't want to do and what I did want to do, how to treat people, how not to treat people. It's a wild world. A dealership is a crazy place.
Yeah.
all those. What's that movie? Have you ever seen The Goods?
The goods.
It's an older movie.
I don't think so.
It's like it's Jeremy Piven, and it's all based in a dealership. Will Ferrell makes a cameo. It's insane, but a great depiction.
Pretty spot on.
It's insanely accurate. But no, I did that for a while. Got into real estate, hospitality stuff, working restaurants downtown, just all over the place. And I kind of backtrack a little. I had the initial idea for Spread the Positive. I think it was like 2011-ish. Kind of in a dark place, searching for purpose, all the stuff that we all go through in life, and wanted to create a brand. Wanted to create some type of movement around stuff that works.
Sure.
I used to say, like, positive, such a subjective word, but I feel like there's some universal things that we can consider positive and, working. Like, there's stuff that's like making a positive impact in our communities.
Yeah.
And like we have to go out of our way to find that stuff still in a lot of ways. So it's been a pretty convicting thing. I've tried to shake it a lot of times. It's definitely been put on the back burner. It's taken me to some weird places mentally, spiritually, all the above. There's still, some, like, in my family, like that phrase still gives my dad, like there's still parts I can still see it. Like when
the term positive?
Spread the positive
Really?
is like a trigger for
Really?
Yeah. There's been some really weird times. The people that were around back then have seen me not as good as I am now, to say the least. Definitely
Gotcha.
mental health issues, substance stuff, just lost in a lot of ways. But the podcast, on a positive note, it was kind of the first thing that I could do consistently, and was, an outlet to really talk about this crazy dream I had, this, like, hey, let's just get together, talk about what's going right in your world, and just kind of focus in on that. I still do that to this day, and it's something that fills my cup every time. And,
Yeah.
the people that are on are always doing, amazing stuff. Like, it's super inspiring every time. It's therapeutic. And that's what, that's the baseline for falling in love with this process, and, being able to help people, through that process of taking an idea to a, fully distributed show is something that, it really fills my cup. And, doing it over 60 times now and 300,000 downloads, and, we're closing in on 2,000 episodes that we published since August of 2021. So it's just been like a hockey stick type of
Growth, yeah.
Yeah, and now we're, pushing ads, pushing sponsors, pushing partnerships like with NFM,
Yeah.
and really trying to push this network effect of what we've, kind of created, because it's kind of started with events and kind of a network type aspect, get together. I've had the idea of like a Better Business Bureau type, like put the sticker on your door, you're taking care of your people, community oriented, that type of stuff. So it's evolved a lot over it's going on like 15 years now. I was doing, for 2011, like, that's wild.
It's crazy. When you say it that way, I'm like, yeah, 2011.
Yeah,
Not that long ago.
That was
Yeah.
13, 14 years ago now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a wild journey. But like I said, I really see it as like an assignment at this point.
Well, I'd like to start by
Yeah.
circling back and congratulating you for actually finishing college. 'Cause
Hey.
some of us didn't.
Yeah.
It was questionable. There was, shout out to that guy or whoever it was. One counselor was just like, I don't think you have one credit, but just go ahead or something. She's like, you missed one thing. She's like, just go. You've done it. It was really like that. I forgot how.
Don't
it
ask
was. I thought I
questions.
was gonna have to take one more class. Like, I was
Wow.
like, oh no. She's like, oh, it was. I don't even remember exactly how it went, but there was something. It was questionable.
I was crazy, and I was working in a factory at the time, and they, the top down were like, hey, we'll pay for college if you want to go to college.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, well, I don't know what I want to do in college.
Yeah.
And then somebody suggested you should get into engineering. I'm like, that sounds cool. And, Didn't know anything.
You got duped in an engineering degree.
That's so hard.
Electromechanical engineering with
gosh.
robotics.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
So when they pulled out the thesaurus of commands to program a robot, I was like,
I don't know these words.
what do I do with this? Like, you got to memorize it. I'm like, okay.
Let's do something.
So I'm not going to do
About
that.
18 months.
Wow.
You know,
Hey, give it a shot.
we gave it the old college
Let's
try.
try.
There it is.
That's what they call it. Yeah.
So the podcast, it's always been spread the positive. And you officially launch it in 2021 or?
That was when I was looking to switch up my hosting at the time. Back then, like when I started it, like everything went through SoundCloud,
Right.
which was wild. And I was still paying for SoundCloud. And then there was some other stuff that I had signed up for that was kind of doing the same thing. And I kept having people ask me if I could help or if I could start a show for them. And I was like, do you have a website? Do you have this? Do you have that? Like that was a big hurdle to get over at the time. And then I stumbled across a different platform and they gave you a trial of their premium version. And it was like a light bulb went off. Like, I mean, you've seen the back end. Like, you can have all the different shows, all the different destinations, all in one place. So it went
Organized.
well, yeah, and it's
So
all
much more.
hosted under the same thing.
Right, it's all
So
in one
it
spot.
really turns into like a network effect.
Yeah.
So instead of a radio station and TV station, it's podcast and YouTube, but it's the same approach. So just being able to kind of figure that out as we go and, hitting some people that had some early interest and figuring it out. We had a mobile setup that's similar to it's actually the same setup that is part of what's happening in this room, but 10 to 15 minutes to set up individual mics. It was I always got to give a shout out to my friend Karsten Ferguson. He's a helicopter mechanic up in Clarksville.
Okay.
I know he's so smart. But I came to him with the idea. I was like, it'd be so cool to have just like pull in a couple, cases and like set up for a podcast. He's like, give me 6 weeks. Sure enough, he showed up at my place, set it up that first time. We've been off to the races ever since.
That's a good friend.
Yeah. And that was, man, even with, COVID or the COVID stuff too, it was 2021. So it was fresh out of all that. I'd finally like really built up a good pipeline real estate wise. Like I had 80K worth of commissions coming in like the next 6-8 weeks. And a lot of real estate people didn't have this happen at the time, but I did. Like a lady got furloughed, a commercial deal fell through. Another couple that was going to buy and sell decided not to. Like all that went away like overnight, just about. Like
Wow.
First part of COVID. And
Wow.
Man, that was a crazy time. Pretty solid panic attack or two in there. And then I remember one day I just like went to the woods. There's a park out in Murfreesboro, Barfield Park. I love those trails. It's like 6 miles of trails up in the woods. It was kind of rainy that day, so I had like rain gear on, boots, the whole nine. Left my phone in the car. Just went and walked in the woods for 6 miles.
I've
like
done
just,
that before.
yeah, and
Just need to get away.
yeah. And I came out, man, I'll never forget this day. Like I came out, it was like sunny, glorious. I mean, I was nasty from being up in all the woods. I had just enough time to shower, get to a recording session. And it was at like a holistic health center. And they were talking about how successful their stuff had been with COVID and like all their people are thriving. Like this is, maybe not as serious as we think, blah, blah, blah. And I just remember like the sense of peace came over me behind the board, just recording this stuff. I'm like, dude, this is it. It was like God was just like, yo, stop everything else, go all in on this. This is what you need to be doing. And it's been really great since. Like it's so hard to explain that sense of peace. Like I don't think I've ever felt that in my life until that moment. And it was just like a light bulb. Like you have everything you need right here. You have the people you need to just go and push record and do this and grow it. And sure enough, here we are.
Yeah, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I got some questions for you, and I want to get to some of that And we're going to do that right after this break. Some questions I want to get into. Dylan, you could jump in and cut me off at any moment with
Right now?
if I'm asking. Well done. That was great.
That was great. That was a natural
It's like at the end of the day, it's just like a bunch,
Vita
of,
pod.
just a bunch of dad humor in here. That dark time that you went through when you were struggling with whether it's substance abuse or you just felt like alone. I want to back up and go to that. And I know people don't normally want to do that, and it's very, very difficult, but you're helping people in this moment. So what was like, one, what sent you there? And two, how did you get out of that?
Oof. Man.
If you want to share.
No, totally. So a lot of it was just lack of purpose. I definitely can, like I just felt like I was wasting time, effort, money. Like it just seemed like I was spinning in place and not really doing much of anything. Like making enough money to survive and just feeling pretty lost. And honestly, I would just get mad about stuff too. Like the way just rabbit holes, YouTube rabbit holes, like how money really works, how corrupt a lot of things are, how just messed up a lot of our day-to-day stuff is that goes on behind the scenes.
Sure.
Got pretty deep into some conspiracies and some pretty weird stuff. Yeah, it was just a dark time. I was just mad about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to do things the right way. I'm trying to do something that I believe in. And I just couldn't like really make it happen. And that was at the bottom, when I was at that point, literally like mental breakdowns, manic episodes, like hospitalized. Like it was some really, really bad times. And again, like I've had nothing but a great upbringing, great support, like all of these things. And that was part of it too. Like, who are you to be getting in this type of situation with what you have and what you've been given? And it was just it was a dark time. And I mean, honestly, my parents were the number one supporters. Obviously, had good friends in my corner. Therapy. Went to a place in Arizona for a month. Sierra Tucson, man, that place is incredible. Honestly, it was like the hardest, weirdest vacation of all time. Man, you really hear people's problems, man, and it puts things in perspective. That place definitely changed my life. Again, super blessed to have that opportunity. That was the biggest thing. When I came back from that, we were in I moved from Asheville to Murfreesboro after that, and just kind of hit the reset button on everything. Was doing therapy, was doing, some meds to kind of regulate some stuff, and just getting plugged into good groups, good people. Started playing more golf. That's, again, just blessings on blessings to kind of, like the first round of golf I played with in Murfreesboro was like with one of the best people I've ever met, like younger dude I think he was the president of Murfreesboro Young Professionals at the time, and like just a legend in the community. Shout out to Casey Rainey. He's just an amazing dude. And like, he's like, hey, come to NYP. You know, we got a golf group that plays. We got this thing called FORE networking, FORE networking. It was
that's awesome.
just a little, I mean, but it was an amazing outlet. Made some lifelong friends. I met, you know, it's like a brother, sister to me through that group, the Simpsons. I'm over at their house like more than I'm at my house sometimes. They're like my family, and just got plugged into some really amazing people. Did the soul searching, did the work. Honestly, spread the positive. Came back through all that, and that's kind of why it's still a little triggering for some people in my life. But I would talk to people about it, and they're like, Murfreesboro would be a good place for that. Like, that's something this community gets behind, stuff like that, and they really do. Like, I know Murfreesboro is that distant cousin out in 40 minutes south, but man, it's a great community, and you know, just got plugged in with the right people, and I had a lot of people believe in me and believe in the mission, and initial business partners still with me that, you know, supports on that front, and he's a commercial lender with Pinnacle, super successful. Hell of a guy. Shouts to William Moore too. Guys, shout out the whole fam.
I love it.
But he's been instrumental, and just keeps me in check and makes sure we stay afloat. So shouts to him. And then got connected with folks like Jonathan Harmon, part of his real estate team still. He invested in, you know, building out the studio initially. He's one of the owners of Cedar Glade Brews, so we got a really sick tap room brewery next door to the studio. We've done a lot of, you know, music stuff and sessions and green screen or green room type things. I don't know. It just all kind of came into place, but you know, just sticking with it, and again, having my family first and foremost, man. I wouldn't be here without them. And that, you know, again, that gift and a curse of,
Yeah.
my mom.
Some of the things that you're like, people often don't think about, and maybe you can get there with reflection, is that as hard as that time was to go through all that, you can look at that as a gift.
Oh, 100%.
Right. And that's like, to me, feels like a large takeaway that, I mean, obviously you're grateful for the experience because it taught you something about yourself and what you gained coming out of it. What shook you out of it was being surrounded with the right community.
Yeah.
Like the positivity on that
100%.
level. And it's interesting to me that might still be a trigger to people in your family because of who it's made you to be now.
Yeah.
Because the other side of that coin is bringing a lot of life and a lot of help and a lot of literally positivity.
To a lot of people.
Yeah. And we are no stranger to that over here.
Right. No, that's so true. And we're definitely in a lot better place in that regard.
Yeah.
My pops definitely kind of sees the vision now, and he's just so he was a CPA, so he's so
Dollars and cents.
so black and white,
Pragmatic.
and he's so damn smart. I mean, he's got his broker's license in I think 23 states now. That's what he does. He stays in his office and studies how to become a broker in all the states, and he's up to like 23. He's working with like some tech real estate startup. It's going to have some Colonel Sanders career where he'll just sit somewhere and collect checks from all over the country for having broker's license. So shouts to my dad. He's a freaking genius.
That's crazy.
I know. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm studying to be an apartment manager in Florida. I'm like, why? And he's
Why
like,
not?
This is the hardest one I've done. I'm like, okay. Just random. I mean, that was like last week. I'm like, what are you doing?
He's just trying to collect them all.
Just why not?
That's awesome.
He's wild, but drives my mom crazy. Like, go do something. He's like, I love studying. I'm like, you're a psycho. But, again, we're super. They've done so much for me, and I'm so blessed in so many ways. And it's been a wild ride, but it's like all this stuff, to your point, and you were talking about this, like with the NFM stuff, like all the stuff you did has led up to like right now. And, you know, I feel that to my core because it's the same, because I wanted this stuff 10 years ago. Right. I wanted to have a media platform I wanted to be Fox News, I wanted to buy Fox News.
Sure.
Like, I'm gonna cut a check.
There's
and
still
you're gonna stop talking. Like that was my goal 10 years ago. And just, I mean, you can insert any of the trash news networks in there, but they're my favorite to take shots at. But anyway, it's just a wild world. But I didn't have a clue what I was doing, and I didn't have a clue about business. I didn't have a clue about taxes. I didn't have a clue about anything. Like, and now it's like I barely do. I like barely know what I'm doing enough to just keep it moving. And we got big plans, and we've been talking about a lot of stuff, that being able to just drop these in different places all over and be able to be like a media company in a box that all has like this healthy, positive, what's actually working, what's gonna like. Let's talk about what's working. NFM,
Right.
It's a great example of, like, you're literally just trying to bring people together and help people be healthier. Let's talk about that.
Right.
Let's put some microphones in front of people that are doing that. And same with, all the other stuff that people come down the line, the nonprofits that have been featured on here, and Special Olympics, and, like, I was doing the math. We've done over 300 local businesses.
That's crazy.
I mean, y'all are, that's probably like 400 now just with NFM.
Jeez, yeah.
So, I mean, that's 400 businesses telling their story, that they have that to share.
Huge, man.
And then
I love that about like the podcast network and
so
in
sick.
general, just because it's not just you're buying from X,
Right.
when it comes to patronizing a business, it's getting to know
Who
the
they are.
heart behind the brand. And
Yeah,
to me,
absolutely.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's my favorite part. Like, and people are saying podcasts are saturated. It's not going anywhere.
I don't know that we have hit that ceiling.
No, we're not even close.
Yeah, I don't think
there's not a business or a entrepreneur, salesperson, pretty much anybody that has something, a story to their business can benefit from this. And it's easy, relatively speaking, especially when you have folks in your corner like us. Just come in and talk about what you're doing. Let people know what you're doing, and we'll take care of the rest. Right. It's a hell of a service, honestly.
Yeah, it's huge, man.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
And it's just the tip of the iceberg. So
it is the tip of the iceberg. I am, like I said, on our crossover, couldn't do any of this without you. Super excited.
just podcast wise, you got the other stuff. You got quite a few other irons in the fire without the podcast.
Like
stuff.
legitimately, that was the first idea.
Yeah.
For it to launch it out of the magazine when we bought it. So for me, that was the grease to the wheels of, will this work? You know? And
just the consistency it allows you to have. And that's something I want to applaud you on. Like you drive the ship and make sure this happens twice a month. And that's what it takes. And if you don't do that, it won't work. But if you have that consistency and you have that, like just having something to say, someone to feature, it's powerful. And to build that platform around that, it's everything.
Yep, I agree with you. Well, anything you want to leave with the people before we hop out of here? I think it's important to talk about our collab.
Yeah.
Because you can get NFM services, marketing services, along with access to the entire podcast network.
Yep.
And you heard the numbers, like they're incredible. So we can put your business in front of a lot of people collectively. And we've worked hard on building that, packaging that product for you guys. So if you're out there and you're listening to this and you want to get involved and you don't know where to put your marketing dollars, that's a really good option.
Yes.
Because you can put them everywhere.
Exactly. It's literally just a spider web of stuff that can spiral off of this. So.
And that stuff's evergreen too. It's different.
Exactly.
It's different than a commercial on a TV station.
Yeah.
In that sense, like people will find podcasts and share podcasts all the time. Very consumable product.
Facts.
So
that's I just want to leave the people, man. If you're interested, to your point, like just reach out. There's a lot of power in this medium, if you will, and there's a lot of power in podcasting. It's not going anywhere. Like it's an audible, like you're in someone's ear. There's something power. I mean, and with the videos and clips and all the other stuff, it's great. But just being in someone's ear, hearing someone tell their truth, man, there's a lot of power in that, and people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So if you're on the fence about it, if you're hesitant, like, we can make it really, really easy. Like, that's another part. Like, I always say, we can help with as much or as little of that process as you need.
Yeah.
And then the other stuff that can come from that, you know, it's a no-brainer in my opinion. So sky's the limit, baby. 2025.
That's right.
The
Let's
takeover
go.
is imminent. Imminent. Dylan, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you jumping on.
Oh, heck yeah, man. I
Yeah,
love
we do
doing
need
this.
to get him his
You
own
gotta
podcast.
flow. I do a lot of these. He's got it.
He's no stranger to the microphone.
No.
Yeah.
And
Do you sing when you play drums or no?
I have in the past. I do not do it anymore.
It's not easy.
It's too much work.
It's not easy.
yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
What a legend.
You've seen him drum, right?
Yes. He's one of my favorite follows on IG.
Oh, man.
He's a monster.
What blows me away is it looks like your legs aren't trying.
Oh, they are. They are. It's like a
There's
duck,
so
man.
much
You can't
going
see
on.
how fast they're paddling underwater.
Dude, it's so sick. Well, we got it up.
I appreciate that love,
Yeah,
guys.
man.
Thank you.
Danger Juice Perry.
There we go.
Yeah, that's right. Give him the follow.
Follow this guy, man.
And while we're
He's
throwing out handles, where can everybody catch you?
at Spread the Positive on all socials, at Trent Denson.
Which you all ought to know by now if you're a fan
come
of this
on.
show.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
if you
Old
made it
news.
to the end of this episode, it means you've watched this before and
That's
you know
right.
that. But yeah, we want a big shout out to Spread the Positive.
Yep.
Again, we could not bring you this without Trent. Super grateful for him and looking forward to seeing what we can build in the future as we do dream big around here. So
That's
thank you, Dylan, for filling in as always.
Anytime that I can.
I'm going to thank myself for filling in.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Losers for getting
Come
back
on.
here on this
What's
podcast.
up, Terry? There we go.
Shouts to Terry. Shouts to Terry.
He does it all, folks.
Jarrell.
Because he has to.
Bring it on back.
Let's bring it on back,
Bring
guys.
it on
Bring it on back. We like to thank our sponsors one more time. So, Game Day Men's Health, Defiance Fuel, NutriShop Nashville Franklin, and Burn Boot Camp East Nashville. Please make sure you go see our sponsors. Happy sponsors equals longer lasting podcasts. So if you like what you're listening to, please take advantage of our sponsors out there. So, guys, we appreciate you. If you
Shouts
like
to Big Ezra on the ones and
Yeah,
twos.
that's right.
Appreciate you, dog.
With
Holding
the
it
fill-in.
down.
Speaking of fill-ins,
What a day.
This is the fill-in of fill-in. This is the fill-in episode.
the B-sides, if you will. All right, guys, if you liked what you heard, please give us a quality rating on any podcast network that you listen
5
to.
stars.
Pop stars, there it is. And also share it with your friends.
That's
we,
right.
Yeah, we appreciate you. And look for all the information in the links below according to Dylan's wish list. So, all right, we'll catch you on the next one.